Alright folks, and welcome to round 3 of the F1 2016 Championship set in China. We've got another pretty poor start, so that'll be 3 in a row if I recall correctly. I was running up to the first corner here. Generally just turn my fuel down to lean because you never know when you're going to lose your front wing or anything like that. Relatively clean, nothing really seems to happen, no real contact through the first chicane here. Approaching the back of regulator. Put a wheel off the track there and almost lose the car, but managing to keep hold of it, but do lose a position to Les, who I almost run into the back of there. I have to take a massive evasive action and go right off, along with a few other cars, and luckily I'm a ghost at that point, otherwise I'd have probably hit Crimler there. Got the inside of Jim, but get squeezed a wee bit and let him through. And then because of some cars off the track, I accidentally get a illegal overtake due to some ghosting issues there, so back off, let him through, and try not to lose that much time, which I ultimately do there, I think. So we're halfway through the first lap, and things are quite tight at the front, a wee bit of contact there. Well, things aren't tight at the front at all, that's a lie. Whoever's in the lead at this point is storming ahead, but things are tight in the middle of the pack here, sitting in 9th. I didn't even notice where I started the race, but it was probably about 9th or 10th to be honest, because it usually tends to be. Managed to put a move on, I couldn't see who that was, in this straight here, I think it was Christo, but I like to brake quite early for this bit, especially in the early stages, but not early enough, and almost run to the back of Jim at that point. That's twice in this opening lap here. I've almost careered right into the back of somebody. We're skipping up to the second lap here. I've got a bit of slipstream, and there's no DRS at this point in the race, but I've got some slipstream on Jordan Webber here, but his setup's obviously different from mine, allows a lot more straight line speed and just can't get past him. He runs a bit wide and is steering back onto the track as I'm trying to steer around that corner, and I get spun by him, but no harm done that early in the race. And there we go, after the third time unlucky in this instance, after 2 times almost hitting the back of somebody, I do and lose some wing, quite a lot of damage actually. But thankfully I didn't do any damage to the other driver or put him out or anything, because that's the nightmare scenario you don't want to happen. Lap 8 now, and I'm on the back of Jordan again, 6 laps after the first time I tried to put a move on him. A wee bit of lag here he seems to be experiencing, so just trying to keep a safe distance but nice and close. Anyway, he runs wide and managed to go up the inside, but he is oversteering quite a lot and punts me into the wall there. Again, I don't think it's deliberate, but it seems to happen all the time when Jordan and I go wheel to wheel. Coming down the straight again, 6 laps after the first time, and hopefully this time we manage to make it stick. He goes for a very early defensive line, and I brake a lot earlier this time, hoping that he'll run wide yet again, and I take it very tight, keep steering right. I see his arrow coming past me. If I was a bit slower, we probably would have hit again there, to be honest, but nothing happened. The move has been made. This is lap 12 now, and the safety car is out. I don't know who brought it out, I don't see what happened at all, but we are a car down now. So obviously, first opportunity I get, straight into the pits. These tyres aren't that worn, I don't think, so it's a pity, but you know, strategic and everything. Put on some harder tyres with the softs as opposed to the super softs, which I just took off. And now on lap 15, the safety car comes in, and I get a pretty poor restart and accidentally slice a huge chunk of that corner and get a well-deserved penalty for my troubles. But these restarts are always really exciting because everyone's like packed up again. There's loads of different strategies in the mix, and things like that happen. People get a bit frantic, make some contact, and spin off, as you saw there. It must have been Shadow Fiend that brought the safety car, because his car is ghosting around the track at the moment in a very respectable 6th position. So his ghost car was doing better than I was at that point, until I managed to drive through him. When it comes to the ghost cars, you just can't really afford to. And I've put a diving lunge down the inside of Pine there and actually make it stick. Quite unusual for me. Like I was saying, with these ghost cars, you don't want to try and overtake them or anything. If you will just drive through them, you can do that. The cars aren't in the race, you know, so just do it, because otherwise you might end up trying to make evasive action and hit somebody who's behind you or near you. Quite an uncharacteristic mistake from Plackett there, allows me to get past, but I think it's just a temporary measure as he goes racing into the pits. Lap 19 now, on the tail of Blokey, coming on the final sort of hairpin onto the last, no, the second final hairpin actually, penultimate, on the final straight here. No, this isn't the final straight either. The back straight, the longest straight in the circuit, one of the longest in the calendar. Baku obviously being longer, and the slipstream and DRS combination and the rich fuel mix manager lets me just sail past, but completely get the braking wrong far too late and go super wide, allowing Blokey to get through, and an opportunistic move from Apophis as well, who, to be honest, wouldn't really want to get in the way of him anyway. He's so much faster. He's on the tail of Blokey again. He's got DRS. He's just doing a sort of a basic move up the inside. I think I could happily sniff the door get slammed shut. I'm nowhere near anyway at this point. Blokey's gone wide, and I'm trying to take the extreme inside line, but it never really works unless when you're against these guys anyway. You know, in a public lobby you'd probably be fine. These guys know what they're doing, so there's not so much opportunities for stuff like that. I do see an opportunity here, I think. Oh no, it's not this lap. Just taking it nice and easy. I think Blokey's on quite worn tyres at this point. Obviously I pitted a while ago as well, and he's got a bit wrong and forces me off the track a wee bit, but no harm done at all. I almost lose the position. Well, I do technically lose the position to Dutch there, but I outbrake both of them, and unfortunately I've got the inside of that corner and managed to pull it off. So I'm sitting in 4th actually, so it's not too bad. Get the old controller batteries are low warning, which is just an absolute nightmare. You don't want that with 8 laps in a race left, which is the equivalent of about almost 15 minutes. So I'm still thinking about that while I try to think what I'm going to do. I managed to get it completely wrong and fly right into the gravel. So here I am, into the pits. Right, I've got a spare battery nearby. This is what I'm going to do. Right, car takes over, it's all automatic. Pull the battery pack cover off the back of the gamepad, pull the battery out, no controllers available. Right, quick, grab the next one, shove it into the back, try and turn the controller on, put the plastic plate in the back of the controller so it stays in, don't want the battery falling out. Got to sign in again, it's a nightmare, choose myself, everything happened, and look at that, no time to spare. Brilliant pit stop by me personally, changing the batteries in that controller. Lap 22 now, Edvon and I again, did you see there? That was Apophis on intermediate tyres. Obviously something didn't go right there in his stop. I can't remember saying me and Apophis were quite close in the last race, and we were there, but he must have pitted because he's not near me now. Dutch puts a nice move on me there, and an opportunistic one from Edvon. There's Edvon, yeah. Does end up again putting me off the track. Not him again, but I am off the track again. And here I am, and I switch into the inside last minute. I do get a corner cutting warning for that, but I don't get asked to give the position back, so I'm actually quite pleased with that one. We'll hope it sticks, so I'll take it. Here we are, last lap of the race. I'm catching up and finishing Dutch. I'm expecting him to fly out this corner like he would, and instead he doesn't, and I give him a little nudge. I think what happened was, you can't see it in his car, but he had a puncture for that last lap, which allows me to get 3rd place in the last lap. Some good points here earlier on in the season. And as you can see there, 15 points, despite being quite a bit off the pace. 44 seconds behind the lead. But thanks for watching. Tune in next time. I can't remember what race it is, but I'm sure it'll be fun.